Do you find that getting other people to come along on the journey with you by inspiring them and leading them and all those great things that we get taught to do is becoming a little bit more challenging as this world speeds up? Well, that's the experience of most leaders in the world today. And I'm going to show you this week why that's the case and how to make it much more enjoyable. Hi, this is Grant Herbert, VUCA Leadership and Sustainable Performance Coach, and today I want to go into that third area of leadership, which is people leadership. This is the area where we get other people to go on that journey with us, and it comes with its own set of challenges. So this week, I want to help you to lead people in the age of AI. You've probably heard me say this before. Today's leaders need to be taught to lead in today's world. There's been so many advancements in not just technology, but many things over the years. What we understand about neuroscience and human performance is totally different to what it was years ago. And that's also true of the environment that we're leading in. You know, we came through the industrial age. We went to the information age, the imagination age someone was talking about. And then we went into VUCA. VUCA is that volatile, uncertain, complex, and ambiguous age. It was actually a phrase stolen from the American military, and business took it on and said, that sounds like what we do as well. And it was originally to describe the change in the battlefield, where at the end of the Cold War, things were different. So there was a new way needed to lead, to take people into get the result that they wanted to get. And that's exactly the same for you and I. As a leader, we've talked about leading ourselves in our personal leadership. We've talked about our professional leadership, which is about getting a result from our own efforts. But now we want to step into the area that most people think leadership is in its entirety. And that is working with others, leading them and getting them to go in the same direction as everybody else. And there's way more to leadership, as we've already learned. So as we go into this people leadership area, I want you to bring along with you what we've learned about ourselves and our ability to put meanings on things, our identity, those things that are holding us back, those roadblocks and all the things that we're doing to overcome those. Because just learning people leadership skills alone is not enough. We need to be able to keep working on ourselves so that we implement in the most resourceful way the things that we learn. So why is it different in the age of AI? Well, things have gotten faster. There's a lot more uncertainty. There's a different set of things that people are anxious about. You know, we've come through a pandemic and all those things, and now we're looking at how AI is going to be doing things that we did other ways before. And when change happens, it brings a level of uncertainty. There's a lot of ambiguity there where people are not sure what's going on. And leaders don't have all the answers, and that's okay. And that's the number one thing that I want you to understand, that leaders do not need to have all the answers. And in fact, even everybody in the team collectively doesn't need to have the answers. All they need to do is work together to find the answers, to work in those 4 key areas, those pillars of teamwork that I talk about. That is to communicate well, to collaborate with each other, and to handle conflict and change in a healthy way. There are three areas that I focus on when I'm helping to develop leaders in the area of people leadership. And what I want to do this week is just give them to you so that you have an understanding of where we're going. And then in the coming weeks, what I'll do is unpack those individually, and we'll go deeper and get an understanding in your context of how you can use them so that you become a different leader, a leader that actually knows how to lead in today's world. I'm sure if you look in your household, you don't have a black and white television anymore. You've probably got the latest color LED 8K or whatever it is these days. And the reason you've done that is because it gives you a better experience. Now, that's the same with leadership. If we continue to just work the way we used to work, then we're going to get an experience which is far less quality. So the first thing that you and I need to do as a leader, as we learn these new things, is to unlearn some of the things we've learned in the past. Command and control leadership does not work unless, of course, it's in the military or the emergency services. It has no place in the workplace. Having that industrial age mentality that says, I'm the manager and I know everything, you don't need to know everything, I'll just tell you what you need to know as we go along, that doesn't cut it anymore. It doesn't work. We need to be able to have people within our team that are empowered. And as I said before, we need to realize that as a leader, leadership has not taken place until we've developed other leaders. So let's have a look at these three particular areas that I want to work on with you. The first area is resilience. Resilience is the ability to be able to bounce back in the face of adversity. And here's the thing, working with people is amazing. However, it can create some stress. It can be a little bit uncomfortable. So it's important as a leader of people that you've got a handle on your resilience, on your levels of stress, and you're managing that effectively. But when I talk to you about resilience in the weeks coming, we're going to understand resilience in a different way. We're not going to talk about hustle and grind mentality and all those things that are actually depleting your ability to get more done. We're going to look at a new definition of resilience. We're going to look at how we can manage our stress in the current environment. The second area is relationships. Relationships are the backbone of everything we do. In our identity, we talked about the relationship we have with ourselves. But what we're going to do now is we're going to talk about the relationships that we need to have with others, whether that's people that are in our team, our organization, our suppliers, our clients, other people in the community, whoever. Even though we're in the age of AI, we are still a human-centric country and world. So we need to understand how to communicate well, how to celebrate the diversity within our organization, within our team, how to navigate conflict together, and how to make sure that we look at each other in a certain way that's not competitive, but it's collaborative. When we have great relationships with others, we get better results. And along the way, it's less stressful and it's more fun and enjoyable. I don't care how far we go with AI, it's always going to be relationships that builds anyone's career. And the third area that we're going to talk about is results. Now, In professional leadership, we talked about results that you get by your own efforts. However, as a leader of people, you need to learn how to get results through other people. It's by passing that baton. It's about developing trust so that you can hand off those things to other people. It's about learning how to give responsibility to others without feeling like that makes you less than because you've given that away. Being able to get your results through other people as a leader means that you are going to have the energy that you need to be able to develop more leaders, to be able to inspire that team, to be able to do the things that are in your role now that are perhaps different to what they were before they gave you people to lead. So there are those three elements in people leadership: resilience, relationships, and the way you get results. So in the coming weeks, we're going to unpack those. We're going to go deeper in a lot of areas, and we're going to discover the transformational shifts that we need to make in each of those areas. Well, that's it from me for another week. Join me again next week as we continue this journey in people leadership, and I help you to get a new definition of resilience. I'll see you then.